When my coworker told me this, I swear to God, my face was red. I was angry. I was Hi guys, I forgot to do my intro when I started the video. So hi, my name is Valerie and I do Storytime, scary story videos, hair videos, which I'm gonna try to leave my hair alone, but so I'm not gonna be doing a hair video for a bit, only because I've damaged my hair so much, so I'm not doing hair videos at this time. But if you don't like story times, then I will have a scary story time or a scary story tomorrow, so look out for that. I do try to switch it up, so if you like a certain type of videos, I do playlists, so you can go under the playlist to the type of videos that you guys like. But anyway, today I am talking about my coworker that needs to get fired. This is pretty much a part 2. I'll go ahead and link the video below for my previous video on what's been going on with my job lately. I did talk about this on a previous video, so I'm gonna go ahead and link that below, and I'll also add the playlist. But yeah, hi guys, so I just brought my son to get his haircut and I'm waiting in the car, and I was thinking this would be the best time for me to do this story time because it just happened 2 days ago and I've been trying to do it, but honestly, like, for me, when I work all week, all of a sudden in the weekends, I have so much to catch up on. So anyway, I'm really hoping I could be able to do this in the car because I'm like so embarrassed. I hope like nobody catches me recording myself. But anyway, guys, so I made another video on my lazy ass coworker that needs to get fired, and I'll go ahead and link that video below. But pretty much my coworker is being lazy, she's not doing her job, and my supervisor is pretty much covering for her. Now this has been going on for months now, and this week has been just extra heavy because, again, I don't know if I've said this before in my other videos, I'm pretty sure I have, but I work in mental health. So mental health, my job, it's just been very stressful lately. Obviously a lot of people need help right now because of the virus, staying home and just losing people, and there's just so many things that it's made everyone just, life is different, and our call volumes have tripled, and I've explained this before on my working from home video, that pretty much what I do is I answer phone calls and I pre-register clients, and I find a therapist in the area that takes their insurance and works with whatever the person called for, and I assign them to that therapist. I pre-register them, send consent forms, all that jazz. So that's my job. That's everybody's job. That for pre-registration, that's what we're supposed to be doing. There's 4 girls and the supervisor that work in pre-registration. Now, my cool coworker, I'm gonna go ahead and call her Kathy. Kathy is my ride or die coworker. Like, we are so cool, we talk outside of work. And then there's what do we call lazy? I'm gonna call her Karen, only because I'm sorry, but like, I'm just gonna call her Karen even though she's just lazy. I'm probably the Karen in this video, but I'm gonna call her Karen anyway. And then the other one, her name, we'll name her Kim, only because I want to stick to K so that way I don't forget, because with my ADD I'll end up forgetting what I named them. But is that makeup? No, it's probably just fading. So anyway, Karen has been extra lazy this week. I don't know what is going on, but Karen and Kim have not been answering the phone this week. And mind you, we work in mental health, so it really... My husband just said my bottle of wine broke. What the heck, man? He better buy me a new one. Anyway, sorry about that. Karen and Kim, they've been extra lazy this week. The supervisor has not been on top of it. She acts like she's our friend, and she has not been helping, you know, me and, what did I name her? Kathy. Me and Kathy, we're like the hardest workers. I try to answer as many calls as I can. I try to pre-register as many people that I can. But this week, we don't have enough therapists available. So I've been waitlisting a lot of people. I've been turning away people, not turning them away, but, you know, giving them a separate option to be able to get help. And it just seems like me and Kathy are doing double the work. And this month, I've said this before, but every month, on top of answering the phones, we are given extra duties. And my extra duty is supposed to be responding to the therapist, and also it's supposed to be answering the voicemails. Answering the voicemails, I mean, I'm supposed to call back everyone that whose call we have missed. Kim and Karen have been missing so many phone calls lately, and they all go to voicemails. My voicemails are just long list of just voicemails. And this last week, we had, me and Kathy, we had to answer the phone during the morning time. And then in the afternoon, I had to sit there and respond to therapists and also call back every missed call that they were having during the afternoon, on top of the ones that, you know, we had missed in the morning, which was not a lot. And I am not exaggerating, okay? When me and Kathy are on phones, we miss maybe 5, I don't know, like there's not a lot, and I end up calling those people back in the afternoon. But when Kim and Karen are on the phone, I swear they get 20 to 30 missed calls, and it's almost all the time. And I've been noticing this because even if we switch to, like, you know, morning and afternoon shift, if they're the ones that are answering the phones in the mornings and I'm the one that is answering the phones in the afternoon, even in the afternoon, like, we'll get a few missed calls. Yes, we're not perfect, but not as many as they are. So it just seems like they're not answering the phone. Anyway, I was already getting frustrated all week, and come Friday, there was a specific client who was I don't know how to describe this, critical. She was at a facility and she kept calling from the facility because she needed help. Anyways, so anyway, this client has been calling and calling from this facility that it's a specific number that you can kind of tell, like the last 4 are really easy numbers to remember. So I knew it was her every time she called throughout the week. We did try to help her. It's just that right now we don't have any therapists available to help her. And on top of that, she was not assigned a therapist for a couple of months. So she wanted to speak to a certain therapist that she had been assigned to like 2 years ago. And she was in a facility, so there wasn't really much we could do. All we told her was, you know, we can give you the fax number. That's not the point. The point is, she had called several times, and in the afternoon, this last week was Kim and Karen's job to answer the phone this afternoon, or in the afternoon, on Friday afternoon, specifically. And there was 7 missed calls from her, and not just that, like, she was leaving voicemail. So obviously I had to get to it, but you know, it's priority. So I had to call the people like in a list, so I was gonna get to it. But the point is, they weren't missing the calls. You could tell she had called several times throughout like 2 to 3 hours. So by that time, someone should have answered the phone. it just didn't make sense if they did answer the phone, why it was still coming through to the voicemail. Like, she needed something specific, and I ended up helping her, and she stopped calling after that. So I mean, that's how you could tell they weren't answering the phones. Anyway, I was so frustrated at that point that I ended up emailing my supervisor, and I let her know, hey, they're not answering the phones. Can you please ask them to answer the phones, because my voicemails are getting so like jam-packed, like I can only do so much. She ended up calling me back, and she made some excuse like, oh, you know, Kim was on an insurance call, which she shouldn't have been on an insurance call. Like, when you're on phones, you're supposed to only be on phones, not calling the insurance. She should have done that at another time or left it for the next morning. But anyway, then she's like, oh, and Karen, I could see her on the phone. She's on the phone. And I'm just like, but there's only one number that has called for the past 3 hours. So if she's on the phone, she would have been on the phone with that specific client that needed help. But I was like, okay, whatever. All right, well, you know, I'm just getting a little overwhelmed with voicemail. And she's just like, I understand, you know, everybody like needs help. You know, if you need help, just ask, and this and that. But the problem is, I wouldn't need the help if they would just answer the phone. Like, if they were doing their job, I wouldn't need the help. And during that moment, that critical client ended up calling, and she literally had me answer the phone. She's like, oh, well, just go ahead and answer the phone. And I'm like, all right, whatever. It's not a big deal. I went ahead and answered it. I helped the client. She actually got irate and started calling us a 3-ring circus, which, you know, I'm sorry, but I agree with her because of everything that was going on. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast. It's just I'm trying to hurry up and get this video done before my son's haircut is over. So anyway, yeah, I took care of the client, and then that was that. Hung up with my supervisor and kept working. So what my supervisor doesn't know is that me and Kathy talk outside of work. We're actually really great friends outside of work. We formed a really great friendship, and we speak over text or our cell phone. Again, we work from home, so we try not to use the work phone when we try to chat, because they record the calls, they listen in on calls. So I was trying to avoid all that. She calls me on my cell phone and lets me know that the supervisor had called her and told her, oh, so the phone is being answered. You know, like fucking sarcastic ass comment. And then she says, well, Valerie here is having issues with the voicemails. She complains so much on voicemails. Like, I don't understand why she has to call every day to complain about voicemails. I don't understand why she can't handle it like everyone else can handle it. First of all, it's disrespectful to talk behind my back. Second, is unprofessional for her to... It's unprofessional for her to sit here and call my coworkers and let them know that I'm complaining about voicemails. Especially when I'm giving you a legitimate reason, and I'm trying to, and I told her why, but she dismissed me, which she always does. And on top of that, the person, Karen, she used to be on voicemails, and she used to delete all the voicemails instead of just calling people back. And when I would see like 50 voicemails, and I would mention something like, hey, like, you know, the voicemails are getting pretty like packed, like, you know, like, should I help or whatever. All of a sudden, like, and I would tell the supervisor, and all of a sudden Karen would get those voicemails done in 5 minutes. She wasn't getting the voicemails done, she was deleting them. And there's proof in that, because a lot of the clients would call back and say they haven't been called in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Nobody calls me back. You guys never called me back. And we only have those type of reviews because of her. Because she doesn't call people back. And not just that, she doesn't let the client know what the process is. Because usually after we pre-register people, you're supposed to alert them and let them know, hey, we're going to notify the therapist that the therapist will contact you. And she never tells her clients. Her clients are always clueless on what's going on. So I always have to help people and let them know what the process is and apologize for her. Not just that, we fix her mistakes daily. She's always assigning to therapists that are never available. So I mean, there's constant mistakes daily, and Friday I was just done. I'm sorry, this happened Thursday afternoon. So when my coworker told me this, I swear to God, my face was red. I was angry. I was so angry that I wanted to cry. And whenever I get angry, I get emotional and I want to cry. So it was almost 5 o'clock. I just let it go, but I was talking smack to my coworker. I was talking smack with my husband. I was pissed up because I'm like, I'm such a great worker and I'm letting you know what's going on, and she keeps dismissing me every time I say, hey, this is going on. She keeps dismissing me. No, she's not. No, she's not. She's doing her work. She'll make little emails tagging my coworkers and she'll tag Kathy, but she'll direct an email towards Karen saying, you're doing such a great job, even though she's not. And I swear, I mean, this is whatever, but me and Kathy have never been patted on the back. I mean, we have. In the beginning, we did get little pats on the back, but now it's been months. And we're doing double the work, not only our work, but we also have to correct the Karen's charts. There's been several of Karen's charts that we've had to correct because the supervisor will ask us. She'll ask us to do her job. Like, it's getting so ridiculous. So Friday, my supervisor took a day off, and she took it off on Monday, and this was and honestly, she was sorry, there's people passing by. I know, like, so embarrassing. Oh my God, they caught me. Oh, my face is gonna turn red. Friday, well, anyway, she took time off, and I took the opportunity to speak to the office manager, to the HR, and I let it all out. I let it all out. I was a big fat snitch. I told her everything that's been going on for months. I don't care. I told her that the supervisor has been covering. I showed her the charts that I have been doing for Karen. I'm like, I am tired of this. I'm sorry, but I've been thinking about quitting because of this. I am a good worker. I am doing double the work. I am mentally stressed out. Not just that, you know, we're dealing with mental health, so it's already a hard job right now. I'm hearing people cry every day because their families died. I'm hearing like depression, postpartum. We're dealing with everything. So to deal with that, and then on top of that, my supervisor is dismissing me and speaking behind my back, talking smack about me, about how I can't handle my job. The IT guy were really cool also, so I vented to him, and he told me, you better speak up, otherwise she's gonna use this in your evaluation. She's gonna end up saying that you can't handle voicemails in your evaluation. And honestly, that's what pushed me to speak up, because there is no way I'm gonna get an evaluation, you saying that I can't do my job when I can do my job, but it's gonna be my word against her. So I spoke up. I was on the phone with HR for over an hour, letting her know all the dirty details. And I'm sorry, but I will not quit my job because of someone else. I will not continue to be stressed out because the supervisor is sitting here covering for Karen, which I don't have no idea why. I don't know if they're best friends outside of work, and I don't care. I really don't care. But you're not gonna F with my money, you're not gonna F with my job, and you're not gonna talk behind my back as a supervisor. So I was pissed. I let it all out. I almost cried, and I am so grateful I got that off my chest, because HR, she was really nice. She was very caring. She said, you know what, I've been suspecting things for a long time, and I'm so grateful that you have spoken up, because it really has backed up a lot of the things that I've been thinking have been going on. So they've actually been looking into this, but they just didn't have any evidence. So me speaking up actually ended up helping out. And she also told me if I can get Kathy to go ahead and speak up also, because Kathy has been doing a lot of Karen's job. So she also told me to speak up. And on top of that, my supervisor has been calling each individual person and giving personal business to other coworkers, like my business to Kathy, Kathy's business to Kim's. Like, she's been giving out all our personal information, and it's not right. It's not right. And HR is on top of it now. She said that she's gonna just try to watch them, kind of catch them on the act. That way, you know, she's not saying that I came. Guys, oh my goodness, my stupid battery died, so I'm home now, and I figure I might as well just finish my video. Anyway, yeah, you know, honestly, like, it's better for me to have spoken up already. Any other time I would have just sucked it up and taken it, because that's just the type of person I am. Usually a lot of jobs that I've been in, they take advantage of me. They take advantage of the fact that I'm a hard worker and I'm dependable. And usually people that are responsible and dependable, they get taken advantage of at work. And my coworker and I, my cool coworker and I, we've talked about this. Also, I wanted to mention that the director had been noticing that Karen was not doing her job. She was not responding as quickly. So he had said that because this person was not doing her job, and you can tell she wasn't doing her job, what was going to happen is we were all going to be doing our extra duties for 2 months. So instead of my supervisor like letting us all know, because I had seen that email, instead of letting us all know that we were going to be doing our positions for 2 months, what she ended up doing is giving me that job that he had noticed that she wasn't doing on top of the voicemail. So she gave me 2 extra jobs this month, knowing that I would take care of the job. And she did the same thing to my supervisor. She specifically gave Kim and Karen like the most easiest, laziest jobs ever, so that way the director won't notice. And I'm sorry, but it is the way she did it because of that, because that way he won't notice. He's gonna be watching these 2 months, making sure that everybody's doing their work. So I don't know, I'm already fed up, and I snitched. I don't care. I snitched and I laid it all out. I don't care. I don't care if I'm seen as a snitch. I don't care, because in every job that I've been in, because I am responsible, because I am dependable, I always get taken advantage of. And it gets to the point where I'm so burnt out that I end up quitting my job. And I don't want to quit this job. I'm at home right now. It's during the virus. My kids are home because they're doing Zoom school still. So it's a lot easier for me to not have to get up every morning and make that drive to work. And I've thought about it honestly, because these last couple months I've been so frustrated not speaking up to anyone higher, because every time I bring up any issues with her, she always dismisses me. She always says, no, so-and-so is doing their work. No, I know for a fact she's on the phone. I know for a fact, which is not true. I'm sorry, but I have the proof. I've spoken to my IT friend. He can see the actual calls. And the problem is I can't involve him in this. I can't say, hey, I have the proof, go talk to IT. Like, I can't do that, because then I'll be throwing him under the bus as to why he's even checking. But I have so much proof, so it sucks not to be able to use it. And it sucks that I keep having to tell my supervisor that these things are going on, and she just keeps dismissing me. And I'm not going to be doing this all the time. So that's the reason I spoke up. And honestly, I got such a pat in the back that day, and my coworker Kathy did too. So I don't care. That little pat, honestly, it made me feel so much better. And they did say, we have noticed that you guys have been working so hard. We have noticed that you guys are doing, your numbers are double from the other 2. Like, you know, that little recognition, it helps. So I just want to say, you know what, if you're in my position, if you're in a type of job where you're going through something like this, speak to someone higher. You know what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a snitch. It does not matter, because you know what, at the end of the day, they are not paying your bills. So if you have to speak up, you have to. That's just it, end of story. You have to. I don't care if you take it to HR. I don't care if you take it to corporate. If you are being overworked because other people are being lazy, someone needs to step in, and that should have been the supervisor's job. That should be the manager's job. But if they're not doing their job, then you need to go up higher, because we shouldn't feel this way. It should be a nice, relaxing, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Alright guys, well, thank you very much for watching. I just really wanted to vent, and pretty much this is a continuation on my previous video about how my coworker needs to be fired. And honestly, at this point, I feel like it's about to happen because of all this. We do have Memorial Day on Monday, so obviously, like, it's not gonna happen right away. They're gonna end up watching her, but I just feel like they're gonna be looking a little bit more closely. But don't forget to like this video if you liked it. If you experienced something similar, go ahead and comment below. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here because I want to go inside and drink some wine. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.